Ladies and gentlemen, listen up, because I got something to say. Heartbreak, it hits hard, it cuts deep. But when she shatters your heart like glass, don't fall apart. Rise. This ain't about revenge. It's about respect. When she walks away like you never mattered, don't chase her. Shine so bright she can't ignore the glow. Let your silence echo louder than her words. Don't break her heart, break her ego. Remind her of the legend she lost. Tonight we're talking about turning pain into power and walking that smooth road to self-worth. Are you ready? Then let's take that first step together. When someone breaks your heart, the first instinct is often to react, lash out, speak up, demand answers, or seek closure. But true strength lies not in the noise you make, but in the calm you maintain. Silence is not weakness over desperation, power over impulse. You're telling the world that you don't need to scream to be heard. You don't need to prove your worth to someone who didn't recognize it in the first place. Silence becomes your shield, your weapon, your statement. Reacting emotionally can give the other person power over you. It shows they still have control over your mood, your thoughts, but when you stay silent, you take that power back. You stop playing their game. You show that your life moves on with or without them. You protect your energy from unnecessary drama, and you stop feeding the fire that burns for attention. That silence can leave a louder impact than any outburst. It forces the other person to sit with their choices, to question why you're not chasing, not explaining, not pleading. Silence also gives you clarity. When you're not consumed by trying to get a reaction, you create space for healing. You can observe, reflect, and grow. It allows you to process the heartbreak without clouding it with guilt, regret, or further pain from words said in anger. In that silence, you begin to rebuild yourself, not for her, not for revenge, but for your own peace. You get to choose what energy stays and what energy goes. And here's the beauty: silence can sting. It can haunt the one who thought you'd beg. It makes them wonder. Your absence, your lack of response, becomes a mirror showing them who they truly are and what they lost. While words can be twisted or dismissed, silence holds undeniable truth. It speaks of self-control, maturity, and a deep sense of self-worth. To be silent is not to be passive. It is an active choice to stand tall without crumbling, to hold your head high without shouting. It is the unshakable confidence that you don't need validation from anyone who treated your heart like an option. When someone breaks your heart, the pain can make you question your worth. It can tempt you to seek revenge through actions that only lower your value. But real power, real payback, lies not in tearing someone else down. It lies in building yourself up. Self-respect becomes the greatest form of revenge because it shows that you refuse to be broken. When you hold your head high, even in heartbreak, you're telling the world that your value is not defined by how someone else treated you. You're showing that love lost will not make you lose yourself. Choosing self-respect means you don't chase someone who walked away. You don't beg for explanations or try to prove you were worth staying for. You don't lower your standards just to feel wanted. Instead, you elevate. You focus on your goals, your growth, your peace. You remind yourself and the world that your worth was never dependent on anyone's approval. That kind of energy is magnetic. It makes people stop and watch. It makes the one who left realize they didn't just lose a person, They lost someone who knows how to value themselves even in pain. Self-respect also sets boundaries. It teaches you what you will and will not accept moving forward. It keeps you from repeating the same cycles. It forces others to meet you at your level or not at all. When you respect yourself, you stop explaining your value. You start living it. And that becomes the most powerful message of all. Because the person who hurt you expects you to fall apart, to come crawling back, to react with emotion. But when you rise in silence and confidence, it shakes their ego more than any revenge ever could. What makes self-respect so powerful is that it heals while it empowers. It's not about being cold or closed off. It's about knowing you deserve more and refusing to settle for less. It's about looking in the mirror and liking who you see, even when someone else failed to appreciate it. Every time you choose yourself, you win. Every time you walk away from what doesn't serve you, you rise. And eventually, the ones who hurt you will see it, not through your words, but through the powerful, undeniable presence of someone who knows exactly who they are. Heartbreak has a way of making everything feel small. Your dreams, your confidence, your purpose. It can shake your foundation and leave you questioning your path. But the truth is, nothing silences pain or doubt more effectively than success. When someone breaks your heart, the most powerful response isn't to cry louder, post more, or make them jealous. It's to focus on your growth so fiercely that they have no choice but to notice. Letting your success speak is not just about proving someone wrong. It's about proving to yourself that no one can stop your shine. Success has a voice that cuts through silence. It doesn't need explanations or defenses. When you achieve, when you rise, when you turn your pain into purpose, you rewrite your own story. The same people who left you, doubted you, or overlooked you will see your glow, not because you tried to show them, but because success makes it impossible to ignore. And that's where the power lies. You no longer need their validation. You've already moved beyond them, mentally, emotionally, and in the life you're building. Putting your energy into success gives you control. It redirects your focus from what you lost to what you can gain. Whether it's advancing your career, leveling up your fitness, mastering a new skill, or chasing a dream you had put on hold, every step forward becomes a brick in the foundation of a stronger, wiser you. And each accomplishment becomes a reminder that your worth is not tied to someone else's choice to stay or leave. Success isn't about being better than them. It's about being better than who you were when they left. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, not out of spite, but out of love for the person you're becoming. That evolution speaks volumes. And when the world sees you thriving, achieving, glowing despite the pain, you become living proof that heartbreak can be the beginning, not the end. In the end, heartbreak fades, but success builds a legacy. Let your growth be your answer. Your achievements be your closure. And your rise be the only message they ever need to hear. Because nothing echoes louder than a person who turned their pain into power and made it all the way to the top.